Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Shalom. To all the hopeful elect brothers that's doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Lord will is going to be a quick and edifying video of something that I, I, uh, I experienced, or at least I'm experiencing, because very, very uh, not well right now because of working, being out in the element. But I'm gonna turn this into a lesson. Before before I was doing a lesson in um before I was doing a lesson, and it was going good, but my 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 illness kept on messing with me. You know, uh, the season is changing, and during that time, my body usually try to adjust to the season change, and you know, allergies happen. So you call it seasonal allergies. But yeah, I was doing a lesson before, and I had to stop it because there was a whole lot of coughing and wheezing and sneezing and all that. So Lord will, I'm gonna do that video over. But let me just go into it. Um, so this is dealing with Yahweh Shai when he was at the Garden of Geth Geth Gethsemane, and his and and his disciples was there too, but he had to separate himself to go pray to the Father, you know, to ask that this cup has passed from him, if possible there's another way, that he wouldn't have to go through what he had to go through, being falsely accused, being crucified, being, nailed on the cross, dying in excruciating pain, having all the sins of Israel put on him, you know, as him being the sacrificial lamb to take away the sins of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. That's why Yahweh Shai is very important. But yeah, I'm gonna go into it. Uh, this is Matthew 26 and 36. It says, uh, "Then Yahushua, then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto his disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. So he took Peter and the two sons of Zebedee. That's the two other disciples. Um, then saith he unto then saith he unto them, My my soul is exceeding sorrowful. It means he was very depressed. He was he had very high anxiety because he knew what he had to go through very soon. Oh, he was also betrayed. He knew that he was going to be betrayed by Judas. All this is going through his mind, you know, even unto death, because he knew he had to die. Tarry ye here, meaning wait here, and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. So he was asking the Most High, his Father, Yahweh, Yahweh Bashem Shai, um, if if there's another way, but only if it's your will, because he came to do the will of his Father, you know, Yahweh. Um, and he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, what, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So 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 Yahweh Shai wanted comfort, but at the end of the day, he had to he had to go he had to go he had to go through all this on his own. He was it was his walk that he had to walk. But he wanted some comfort, and then the disciples fell asleep. So he was mad. It was kind of cursing them out. But the point is, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah. So the the spirit that we have in that the spirit that we have in us, our our spirit yearns to be perfect and righteous and do the will of the Lord all the time, 24 hours. Do do videos, nonstop. Uh, uh, you could pray nonstop in your head, you know, in your mind, but to actually, kneel down, find a private place in your room, closet, bathroom, kneel down and pray to the Lord, to do more of that, just to study more, you know, and to actually do it when your flesh, when your body's tired, when you want to sleep, you know, when you're sick, your spirit yearns to do, still yearns to do the will of the Lord, to do the work. But these bodies are corrupt. You know, these bodies are very these bodies are very weak. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So I know, that this isn't really like a very like deep topic, but but it's worth the mention, worth to mention. We have to fight the flesh. We have to fight the flesh because it's weak. It's emotional, gets tired. You get hungry. You want to sleep. You know, just just dealing with everything that comes and dealing with these bodies. A lot of the times make you upset, but you just have to push through. This is from it's from the NLT. It says, "Keep watch and pray, so that you will not give into temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." So yeah, that was just on my mind, of what I'm going through. Let me see. First Thessalonians, uh, First Thessalonians 5:16. Rejoice evermore. Verse 17. pray without ceasing. So you could pray all the time, 24 hours, you know, when, whenever possible, which is most of the day. We know that when you're praying, I mean, when you're sleeping, you can't do it, but you could pray in the morning, you could pray before you go to bed, you know, you could pray before you leave your house, pray over your food, you know, and, and just keep on praying throughout the day. Pray to the Lord that he keeps you in the truth, that keeps his spirit on you. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High in Yahushua concerning you. So we're supposed to give thanks toward the Most High for everything. And just the simple things as waking up, having life, having shelter, having food, you know, having some type of way to maintain, as in like a job, to make money, to take care of and if you have a family or a wife. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying. Quench not the spirit. So whenever the spirit gets on you to do a video, you know, just do it, because the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. You know, your spirit wants to do the work. So don't succumb to the flesh. Don't give in to the flesh. Quench not the spirit. To quench means to uh let me look it up. Quench definition: satisfy one's thirst by drinking. Extinguish a fire. So you're not supposed to put put out the fire. You know, meaning you're not supposed to just uh, uh, give in to the flesh when the spirit comes on you to do the work. You know. Now I'm gonna do it another time. That's quenching the spirit. You know, despise not prophesying. Um, let me go back. I think I made the point. You know, I think I made the point. Yeah, because certain times brothers get so winded up in their daily lives and taking care of what they have to take care of, and they're tired or whatever, and then they're just given to the flesh. And certain brothers work very hard. You know, I I've seen, you know, and witnessed brothers talk about like their job and what they have to do and how many hours they have to work, and yet yet they still make time. They still make time for the Lord. They still make time for the Lord. Um, Kingdom first. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye the kingdom of the Most High. Salakia, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Salakia. So we're supposed to seek the kingdom of the Most High first. Put the Lord before yourself. You know, don't put a woman before the Lord. Don't put a job before the Lord. You have to work. I'm not trying to tell you to go off and do something at a job that could get you in trouble, but if you have to make time, then make time, because I know as men, we make time for things that we feel are important. Certain brothers are into watching movies or you know, certain brothers are into anime, you know, where they have to watch a movie before they go to bed. They have to watch YouTube videos before they go to bed. They have to do something that pleasures them before they go to bed, you know. So why not read or do a lesson? You know, it don't have to be long. Certain brothers have to have to you know, drink before they go to bed. Not excessively, but you know, s- take a few sips before going to bed because it makes them sleep better. But that's just my take on this and my experience. But yeah, yeah, put the Lord first. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Fight the flesh. You know, fight the flesh and quench not the spirit and put the Lord first. You know, show your faith towards the Most High by works, not just by saying it, not just by lip service. You know, and that's the end of the lesson. Just, just, just keep the faith. There's a lot of prophecies that are coming to pass. So don't give in to the flesh. Don't give in to the world. You know, another 144, and I'm about to end the video at somewhere completely different. 8144, and that's the end of the lesson. Lord willows edifying. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakak Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Shalom.